How you doing, folks? It's Ron from Ron's Beer Reviews and Tools, and I've got a beer to showcase today for you from Mayflower Brewing Company down there in Plymouth, Massachusetts. Autobahn, so the lager, 5% alcohol by volume, and it shows a dog that scarf on like he's the Red Baron, flying down in a sports car. A European-looking sports car going down the Autobahn, no doubt Germany. The Autobahn is in Germany. They have no speed limits. We've been on that when I was in the Army back in the old days there in a station outside of Stuttgart. And we'd go on the Autobahn for our maneuvers sometimes with the NATO troops, etc., etc. But here he is flying down the Autobahn with no speed limits. Unless they've changed that, but I still think they have no speed limits. Alright, this is our Brewers Association. It's independent craft brewers, we know that. It's craft brewed and canned in Plymouth, Massachusetts. America's hometown brewery. Plymouth, Mass. Let me say a little history about this because it's pretty interesting. It flows into my wife's kind of background. Basically, the Mayflower Brewing Company. It's craft brewed. Like I said, it's a microbrewery. It's located in historical Plymouth, Massachusetts. This brewery was founded in 2007 by a 10th great-grandson of John Alden. John Alden was on the Mayflower when it came to Massachusetts, and he was a beer barrel cooper on board the Mayflower. And she's a descendant, same as my wife. My wife is a Mayflower descendant. She's a descendant of Eaton, Frances Eaton. She's same exact. She's a 10th great-granddaughter of Frances Eaton, who came over on the Mayflower, and they settled in Plymouth, Massachusetts. And my wife belonged. Well, she didn't belong. She doesn't really follow that much as her mother does, and had the history and so forth. But I had signed up my wife for, I think they call them daughters of the Mayflower descendants, that kind of a thing. There goes the drone. All right, getting the drone up, I guess. A better view of this can. Yeah. And, well, anyways, the brewery's down in the Mayflower, Plymouth, Massachusetts. And they came over to me. This is a replica of the Mayflower there in the harbor in Plymouth that you can tour. A lot of touring sites in Plymouth, Massachusetts, because of the Pilgrims landing there way back when. So I don't know if we have any names on the folks and on this here, the brewer, but they basically in the New England area. I think the only states they are in New England, and I think including New York. I've seen maps where they include New York in a lot of New England maps. I grew up that New York was different, but lately I've been seeing part of New England being with the New York State in it. But oh no, they're not in New York. Correction, just in the New England states as of right now. I mean, that could change. All right, I don't want to wait any longer. It's raining here today in New England. It's the kind of a day. It's gonna be like that for I think a couple of weeks. And I try to do some stuff outside. I've been busy. So now it's time for a beer. So let's get us a glass. We got a glass coming up, and it's a Bud Light from many times that we used to go up to, as I said, a number of times before, up to Merrimack, New Hampshire, and the Anheuser-Busch Brewery that's up there. But the kids were little. Every summer we'd do that. All right, without further ado, we do less talking, and the water vapor's coming out of that. Oh, there goes the drone again. Oh, no. All right, it's have a mind of its own today. Like my mouth. My mouth just says words that I don't mean to say. They just come out differently. All right, this looks like a lager. Not getting the aromas right yet, but that doesn't mean anything. Let's get on this side. All right, now I'm getting the aromas of a true lager. Getting the aromas of that light malty smell. I gotta bring it over so I can get a light, the malty smell, some grassy hopness, you know, combined together from the hops. A good aroma, actually, good aroma. I like that. It's sweet. It's not. It's a typical lager, so you do get that pick up on the sweetness. It is a colorful beer. I mean, these brews, it's a typical color, but carbonation is in it, as you can see. A nice head on it, retaining the head, as you probably can see. It looks nice. I mean, but definitely get the aromas out of that sweetness, semi-sweetness, I should say, in the hops, and the not very flowery, but grassiness. You get out of that. I like the clarity of this beer. Look at it. Look at how that looks. Look at that. You can see right through it. You get the name on the other side. You can see I don't know if you can see right now because it's fogging up on the cans. But you can see right through the Dawson cans on the other side of it. The old Dawson Brewery that was in New Bedford, Massachusetts. But I like the look of it. All right, no further ado. Let's take a taste. Yeah, crisp. You know you have a lager. Yeah, I can get that kind of blend. You know, it's really true barley in this here, and light maltiness to it, though. The sweetness that I was smelling, I'm not getting that in taste. That grainy taste on a lager. And there's some hot bitterness in the end when it goes down your throat. A nice flavor. It's got a good amount of hoppiness in it for not an IPA beer. For a lager, it has a little bit more stringency on the hops. Leaves a little bit of bitterness, but it kind of fades away. The head has gone down now, but it had like a good 1.5 head of foam. It's a different taste than lager. It is a true lager. It is a good brewed beer, no doubt about that. It's good brewed. It's well brewed, I should say. Say the correct term. It's well brewed. I would get this again. It wouldn't be in my lineup of everyday brews. There's just so many in front. But if I had a big amount of family and friends that like lagers, right now they're all going through the craft beers and all the different kinds that there are. At one time, everyone was pretty well a lager beer drinker. But a bunch that come over that enjoy the lager beers foremost, I would pick these up and enjoy them with family and friends and fellow workers, etc. But I like my lagers that I have in lineup. I like the beers that I have, the New England Juice Bombs that are in the lineup, and certain other types. But I would advise people to try this. This is a good tasting lager. Oh, there goes a drone. This is a good tasting lager. You definitely would enjoy it. So I want to close by saying, you have an opportunity to get this. I think it's just in the New England area. So I'm sorry for the folks that aren't. But hopefully they'll expand their distributorship and get out of the New England area so you can try this. Particularly you guys and gals that like your lager beers. So with that said, enjoy the day. If you're going to drink responsibly. Don't drive. Here we go. It's gone. Alright. Yeah. Enjoy the day, folks. Ciao.